So a few weeks back, I get a call from a guy in Atlanta. He found me on YouTube. He's been running a recruiting company for 20 years. One client, that's it, for 20 years. And every year he has to hire 1,000 salespeople. 1,000, all inbound sales. The phone just keeps ringing. 800, sometimes 1,500 calls a week. About 12 minutes a call, and he's got 100 recruiters working for him seasonally. So he says to me, Mike, I don't want to manage 100 recruiters anymore. I want to clone myself. His words, not mine. But I thought it was pretty cool. Now, I did 20 years as a tech recruiter, so I know what those 12-minute recruitment calls feel like. So we went ahead and built it for him. And in this video, you get to see a real call. Screen candidates, book the meeting, and then agents access admin needed to fill the roles before the candidates even put the phone down. At the end, I'll show you the back end, the full tech stack, so you can see how I built this. So in this video, I'm going to show you the demo, I'm going to show you the dashboard, I'm going to show you how to build it, and most importantly, I'm going to show you how you can build something like this in your business. Cool, let's jump into the demo.
Thanks for calling ABC Recruiting. This is Casey. We're hiring sales reps for the season, and I can get you started in about 2 minutes. Just 3 quick questions. First up, can I get your name and what city are you calling from?
Hey, Casey. My name is Marcus Reed, and I'm calling from Atlanta.
Perfect, Marcus. Thanks for that. Next question. Have you sold on straight commission before? And if so, where?
Yeah, I worked at Windows World in home sales, and I did 4 years home and retail, and it was 100% commission.
Love it. Sounds like you have some great experience. Last question for me. The season kicks off in February. When could you start?
I could start February 3rd. I only need 2 weeks' notice.
You sound like a qualified candidate. Let's get you booked with one of our senior recruiters for the next step. I have Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern or Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Which works better for you?
Friday, 10 a.m., please.
Perfect. You're booked with a senior recruiter for Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. You'll get a text confirmation shortly with everything you need. We're excited to talk to you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Casey. I'm excited to speak with the recruiter.
You're very welcome, Marcus. Have a great day.
You too, Casey. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks so much.
I spent 20 years as a tech recruiter working with some of the largest enterprise technology companies in the world. And now we build AI operating systems and agentic systems above growing companies that want to save time and make money. And everything that I'm showing you today is for you, so you can also participate and benefit from the AI revolution. If you run a business where you and your team are performing repetitive tasks and doing things that you think could be automated using AI, or you just think that you and your team could save time with this stuff, there's a link below. Book a 15-minute meeting with me on Calendly. We will get connected, and I will try my best to understand where your bottlenecks are, where the repetitive and the manual stuff is happening. We'll map it out, and then I will even come up with a few ideas and solutions, and we'll make sure that the 15 minutes is worth your time. And then if that goes well, we can move forward. So click the link and let's get connected. So we saw the voice demo, which is basically a system where our client is running a recruiting company. They get a lot of inbound calls. They do advertising on Facebook and I think Instagram. And so they get a lot of leads. And then basically the ad says call this number. So again, they get like 800 to 1,500 calls a week for this seasonal hiring. And so we built a voice agent that handles the first round of screening for the candidate and the booking of the interviews between the candidate and the recruiter. So you heard that in the voice demo. Now I'm going to show you the web demo. So this is a 12-minute call, and what we're looking at now is the web version of that call. So you can see here on the left, ABC agent. Okay, we're going to watch it run first, and then I'll show you the call. So on the right here, we have the candidate name, the phone number, city, their employer, sales experience, availability, transportation, flexibility. So these are all dynamic variables. So that call is done. And so this can be either this can either be done through voice, as you heard in the demo, or through web chat, or even potentially through WhatsApp. And so this one is the kind of like the web chat version of that call. So ABC agent, can I get your name? Hey, it's Marcus Reed. Thanks, Marcus. Phone number, yes, here's the number. And you're calling, so this is the agent, you're calling about the Atlanta ad. Is that your market? Yeah, Atlanta, I saw it on Craigslist. Perfect. Where are you working now? I'm working, so Marcus, Windows World, 4 years in inbound sales, and then the ABC agent. Good background, so you're comfortable running your own appointments. Marcus, that's all I do. ABC agent, this role is 100% commission. Marcus, that's great. That's what I do now. ABC agent, if we move forward, when could you start? Marcus, I'd like to start in 2 weeks. ABC agent, do you have transport? So it goes through the whole call, and then you can see these variables are captured on the left-hand side. So that information is going into our client's ATS, their CRM, their database, and it's being captured as actual data in JSON format. So let's move on. Now ask the hard question. So we've got 100 recruiters taking these calls. A wrong answer here surfaces 3 weeks later inside your client's 22-day training wearing your name. So basically what they're saying here is we want to ask this hard question right now on the first screening call so it doesn't become a problem later in my client, the recruiting company's client, which is now training these sales reps. So wait, is there a base salary, or how does the money actually work? So this is the candidate asking the agent, and then the agent comes back and says it's 100% commission. So that's upfront, right? We're telling the candidate the really important information upfront. There's no base salary, and I want to be straight with you. And it goes on with the answer there. So we can bake stuff into the agent that provides candidates or salespeople, whatever, whoever's taking the call, whoever like is on the other end of the phone, important information up front. Like, for example, if you're a dentist office, hey, our office is closed on Wednesday. You want to tell them that up front, this kind of thing. All right, next, your call always. Marcus Reed, so this is the candidate. And we've got his city, 4 years, commission, available February 3rd. So these are all the variables that we were looking at earlier, and now the recruiter on the system, all she has to do is click approve book call to. And so now basically the agent has called Marcus and booked the meeting already. I think it was Friday at 10 a.m. And so our client, ABC Recruiting, doesn't do any of this stuff. This is all done automatically by the agent, either through voice, phone, web, or mobile. Now, let's look at the dashboard. This is seasonal control. This is mission control for the dashboard. On the top left, 1,200 first rings, 0 holds, 0 miss. So we got 1,200 calls this week. Hires confirmed, 486 out of 1,000 hires this week, which is pretty awesome. Or maybe not this week, but in total. 14,568 recruiter minutes replaced. This is the ROI part right here. 14,000 minutes you're saving your recruiters. These are virtual recruiters, so this is my client's money, really. And then next season vault, 812 candidates screened for next season in the vault, captured as AI data as variables and fields. Now here is the 3-call machine. Inbound calls 9,800, screen calls 8,900, advance forward to the next round 2,400, confirmed calls over 900, hired in training 486. And you can see the calls answered per week. The agent is in the human would be in the blue. So again, this is kind of an ROI chart here. The human stays static. This is how it was done traditionally, but with AI, you can ramp it up and you can scale it up exponentially, helping your company save time and, in this situation, make money. This is the market fill. So these are the cities. So Atlanta, 11 of 12 hires already. Austin, 7 of 8. Tucson, 4 of 6. So these are the cities that the client. So ABC Recruiting is my client, but their client is, let's say they're a landscaping company and they need to hire landscapers for all of these cities. And then these are the actual candidates that needs attention. So these are actual meetings that have been booked through the screening, some red flags, and then compounding asset, 812 candidates that are in the vault for next season. All right, so that's the dashboard. Hope you enjoyed. If If you have any questions, please comment in the comment section. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe to my channel. And also please comment and let me know what you would like to see in the next video for your business. And again, if you want to connect with me, click the link below and let's get connected, and I'll figure out where the bottlenecks are in your business and we'll build solutions for you. Next, we're going to go into the back end and show you how we built this thing. We're going to quickly go through the back end now. For the voice, we used ElevenLabs. So this is an agent that we built in ElevenLabs. Actually, I use Claude Code in Cursor. And so actually, how do I describe this? So basically, I use Claude Code agent in Cursor to build stuff, including ElevenLabs, N8N, and external tools that we use for automation. So I basically this microphone is connected to an application called Glido, which is voice to text. So I just talk to my AI and say, hey, I want to build something, and then it builds something for me. So and that's basically what I did with this system. So we used ElevenLabs as the voice, and we built an agent. This is the system prompt, where it says you are Casey, the ABC recruiting agent, and answering inbound hiring line for the commercial sales season. Your call flow, so it's got a call flow. I'm not going to go through everything in this prompt. It's got a qualify and book, and then the one source of truth. If asked about pay at any point, say it's 100% commission. This is what we talked about earlier when you want to prompt your agent to talk about the important stuff up front. Then there's some hard rules in here. Never invent facts about the company, never promise anyone the job, keep the whole call under 4 minutes. So, my client had some rules, and so we baked those into the prompt. Next, we used what's called N8N for the back-end automation. And the first N8N workflow that we built is for checking availability. So what happens is the caller provides availability that goes into a webhook in N8N, which is here. And then like the agent will say, let me check availability, and then the agent will go in. This is a code node which just basically manages some information that gets sent into the HTTP request node. That's a mouthful. And then this data from here will get sent through a URL, an endpoint, and then some authorization to the cal.com API, which has connectivity into Google, which can connect which can check my calendar availability. So that happens. Then it gets sent back through this code node into a for response, and then that gets sent back to the ElevenLabs agent. And then the agent says to the caller, hey Marcus, the recruiter is available Wednesday or Friday, 10 a.m., which is best for you? And that's through the prompt. And then Marcus will answer and say Friday at 10 a.m. And then there's a second workflow that we built in ElevenLabs. And so Marcus has given us availability Friday at 10 a.m. That gets sent to the webhook, and then again into a code node for we need to input the name, the email, and the time zone to cal.com API, and then that automatically books the meeting with the name and the email, and then that will get sent to the candidate as a Google Calendar Meet, and it will get sent to the recruiter as well as a Google Calendar Meet. And that's all done automatically in the back end using this. And then this data, the confirmation gets sent to a code node. Code nodes in my world are for dynamic data field organization or parsing, basically taking it kind of from one format and managing it or organizing it into another format so it can get sent from one machine to another. So in this case, it gets sent to a webhook as a JSON body, and then that gets sent back into ElevenLabs. Sorry if this is a little confusing for you. If you do have any questions, please comment in the comment section or book a meeting with me. That gets sent back into the ElevenLabs agent, and then the agent says, hey Marcus, your meeting is booked for this time for Friday at 10 a.m. The recruiter is looking forward to speaking with you. That'll get sent to you as an email and a Google Meet. That's it for the back end. So in summary, I use Claude Code in Cursor to build stuff, and I've also got MCP connected into Claude Code for ElevenLabs and N8N, so it can actually build the voice agent and the backend automation for me. So that's really fast using that stuff, and use Glido for voice to text automation. And if you have any questions, please hit me up in the comments. That's it for the video today. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out for now.